bet by now you've seen everyone doing it. Everyone's taking the step to become a freelance. They are working remotely, don't commute anymore, don't even have a boss, which sounds really, really cool. And you just want to do the same thing, but maybe you have no idea where to start. Or maybe you have an idea, but you are a bit too afraid to take that step. And don't worry, I get it. I was in the same place as you. I can honestly tell you, this is not rocket science. I've done it and it's going really well, so why can't you? Becoming a freelance nowadays shouldn't be as scary as it was a few years ago. And the only thing you have to do is just follow a few steps that will get you ready to be in that position. And this is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to explain the different steps that you need in order to become a freelance and to be a successful one as well. But it all starts with one question. Why? Why do you want to become a freelance? Is it because you think it's the right step in your career? Is it because you just want the flexibility? Or maybe is it because you don't really want to have a boss and you just want to work on your own? Hey, any reason is valid. I'm no one to judge. The point here is that you need to find your reason, because yours might be very different from mine when I decided to become a freelance 2 years ago. Okay, so you have your why, you are ready. What should you do now? Well, you need to think about what you have to offer. So your what. What are you going to do as a freelance? You have to think of your core skills, those that you feel 100% confident with and comfortable when working on that. And then from those skills, you need to think about what services you can offer as a freelance, what services you will be talking about to your clients. And from that, you can think about the deliverables. So what are the actual tasks? What are the actual things that you will be able to give your client once you are done with your job? So, example, me. I am a UX designer. That's my background. That's my specialty. That's what I'm good at. I'm really good at that. When I was starting as a freelance, I wasn't 100% sure about this, but I knew that I was very, very good at creating, developing, and building augmented reality effects for social media. So that was my service. That was the thing that I would provide to my clients. Augmented reality effects using Spark AR for Instagram. I was selling as well user flows, wireframes, concepts, so anything that goes before the development of these effects. But because I was able to code these kind of effects and create some basic 3D assets and 2D, I was able to sell the whole package. So right at the beginning of my career as a freelance, October 2020, my main service was to create augmented reality effects for social media. I knew that there was a lot of demand on that area, so I kind of use it to just start working. But now, how do you actually become a freelancer? How do you start? So I have a couple of tips here before getting to the point of finding your first client. I have a couple of tips that will put you in the right position, that will kind of give you a bit more confidence into thinking that you can actually do it. The first thing is to look for other designers. I want you to look into your space and find people that have been doing this for a long time, or not that long time, but that are freelancers, that are working, and I want you to get in touch with them. I want you to see how they do it, check their portfolio, see the type of posts that they share on social media. And maybe you can reach out to them as well. Maybe you can say something like, hey, I'm considering becoming a freelancer. I love your career and I would like to discuss how you got here. If you have any tip, if you have any advice, and if you are able to jump on a call, I would really appreciate it. That's it. That's all you have to do. Maybe they will say yes, maybe they will say no, but you can always try. The second thing is to build a portfolio. And even if you only have 2 or 3 projects, I really encourage you to build a very simple portfolio, somewhere that your clients can go and see what you do. And if you don't have a portfolio right now, you don't have projects that you can show, I would rely on personal projects. I would rely on these fake briefs that you can find online. But the most important thing is that you show on your portfolio the type of projects that you want to be doing. So let's say you want to create these augmented reality effects for social media. Maybe you can learn to use Spark if you don't already know. You can do a couple or 3 projects that you can show and share, and clients can test it and they will see that you have the skills, so they will hire you for those specific projects. The other thing that I would do as well is do a list of companies that you would ideally love to work for. I did that when I was about to quit my job. I did a list of 10-15 companies that I had really been admiring for a long time and following. So it's also a good advice as well to keep your LinkedIn up to date, so that when you reach out to people, they will see quite quickly what you do, what your experience is, what your background is, and you don't really have to send CVs or any of that. And last but not least, something that has proven to me very, very, very useful to have is to have a dedicated freelance dashboard space. And to do that, I use Notion. I have a dedicated space to organize my projects, to keep all the contact details of the clients that I talk with. I have all my details as a freelance, so anytime that I have to send an invoice or a template for a contract or my CV or a cover letter, I have all of that in that dedicated space. I suggest that you have something like that just to keep everything organized and in one place. And if you don't want to build your own because you don't really know how to use Notion, I suggest you just grab my template that I've left in the description. So at least you'll have a place to start. Cool. So you have your skills, you have your services, you have your deliverables, you have reached out to freelancers, you have your LinkedIn up to date, you have a portfolio, and maybe you have a list of companies that you want to work with. You have all of these. What should you do now? Well, you could just quit, but wait, don't do that yet. You can do all of this before you've quit your job. You can get ready in order to make that happen. Feel comfortable in that freelance mindset and just feel confident that you can do it. So you can do all of these that I've mentioned before you actually quit your job. So all of this that you've done is just the first building block of your freelance career. So this is part of a series. This is where it all starts. In each video, I'm going to be discussing a specific topic about becoming a freelance, from bookkeeping, pricing with real numbers, finding clients, creating a portfolio, contracts, career paths, career development, skills, anything you want, any question that you have, I will answer it. But that will have to be in another video. So make sure you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss it. And if you have any question about becoming a freelance, anything specific to your case, even if it's just like a very specific scenario, please let me know in the comments because I'm more than willing to answer any specific question. My goal here is to demystify what it takes to become a freelance. So I'll see you in the next video.